Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Umar Nurmagomedov fighting Bezkat Almakhan, who's making his UFC debut. This guy Bezkat is a very good fighter. I'm excited to see him fight in the UFC, but man, does he have a tough debut. He's fighting a guy in Umar Nurmagomedov who easily in this fight could have been challenging for a title. It would have been more reasonable for him to take a title fight than fight a guy making his UFC debut. So this is pretty unreasonable. But look, my prediction for this fight is Umar wins. I've got him winning by submission round two, let's say. But my bet for this fight, as of now, with only the money line available, is on Bezkat Almakhan at plus 675. Holy shit. Just watching the guy fight, I don't know if he should be a 675 underdog against anybody. But Umar Nurmagomedov is one of the best fighters in the world. He's never been defeated. He's looked pretty much perfect. And he's a little bit bigger, stronger, and certainly a better grappler than Bezkat Almakhan. So I do think he should win. And on the feet, Bezkat is better, I'd say technically. He's got really, really sharp striking, great hands, and incredible kicks as well. Deceptively long and high kicks that maybe most people wouldn't expect. But I still think he should lose this fight. I mean, if I saw Umar Nurmagomedov get knocked out once, it'd be a little wrinkle to this matchup. But here, Umar just hasn't lost on paper. There's no way to defeat him. And I don't think it's going to be a guy like Bezkat to get it done. Bezkat is better on the feet technically, but Umar Nurmagomedov still has power on his side, power and physicality. And I'm not just saying all this because he got his one knockout against Raoni Barcelos, but he he's definitely underrated on the feet. Might even have underrated power, but he's definitely got that underrated type of striking, just like Khabib Nurmagomedov, who also had a leaping left hook knockout over Thiago Tavares way back when. But on the feet, I think Umar keeps himself safe. I think he's incredibly athletic and controls range very well. And again, here, while I think he's up against it technically, power scores points, and I think he's got power on his side. Plus, this guy, Bezkat, he hasn't looked too vulnerable at all, but he was knocked down once that I saw, even though he knocked the guy out with a head kick not long after that. But he's a little smaller, and between the two, even I can't tell you who's got worse health as a fighter, but I'd have to lean towards Bezkat because Umar again looks perfect. And on the ground, this guy Bezkat is definitely no slouch. He's not bad at all on the ground, but he's much better on the feet. And Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be better on the ground against proven grapplers, let alone this guy. Bezkat's got one loss, and it is a submission, a guillotine very early in round two to a guy that actually lost by decision to Vinicius de Oliveira, who's also making his debut here on this card. But the submission loss came with a guillotine early in round two, and it looked like wrestling fatigue Bezkat. They had a lot of wrestling back and forth. He was taken down. In the end, he got up. He was trying to take the other guy down, and it looked like he was out of energy come round two. And again, very quickly into round two, he got caught with a guillotine. That's precisely how I'd see Umar Nurmagomedov winning. Not so much the guillotine, but wearing him out and getting a submission. I would say it'd be more likely a rear naked choke, as you might imagine, because Umar's been able to dominate guys conventionally, like Khabib, getting submissions over Brian Kelleher. But I think Bezkat is definitely worth a stab, money wise or whatever. And I'm waiting to see the prop bets. Hopefully, a decision is plus 1,000 or whatever. But I think there's something to Bezkat. He's definitely got very good striking, and his one loss, even though was something that looks like it could resurface here in this fight against Umar Nurmagomedov, it's still only one loss. It could just be the guy had an off night, and here maybe we're getting a very good test for Umar. I don't know. There's a chance this one works out like Arman Sarukian versus Islam Makhachev from 5 years ago. But I don't think it does. I do think Umar tames Bezkat, If he is behind on the striking, I still think he figures him out, and I think he makes it his fight and gets him out of there with a submission. Call it in round 2. And I'll look to see what those props are, by the way, but I doubt they're going to be worth it because his money line is minus. I stopped looking. I don't know, but it's the 4 digits, whatever it is. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.